Wow. Can't believe I've never made this one before. What's happening, guys? Chris Jones here with the World's Worst Fishing. Welcome back to the program. It's good to be back. This will be a little happier than our last video. We are going to do the FALCON CRAW color match that was requested before the big boat accident. So a little update on that. Insurance has been wonderful. We will be getting a brand new boat soon, so be on the lookout for a new boat video, I guess. However, for today, we are back in the saddle, right? Got our injection set up, and we're going to try to color match this color. However, let's go see if we can find an example of it in person first. That way we have a in-hand example to work off of. Well, there's no FALCON CRAW. Shoot. I really want a color example. It's just not here, guys. It's not here. This one's kind of similar. It's just not it. So the Tallahassee Bass Pro tank is rolling with big fish. Look at this dude. Holy crap. Ooh, this is bad for your mental health to come see fish this big. Alright everybody, so as you can see there, I did not find an actual in-person example of FALCON CRAW. So a little disappointing there, but on the flip side, we kind of low-key got the new bass boat ordered. Exciting! So I'll maybe show you guys exactly what that's going to look like, because we're having it custom built. So you know what, in that case, I don't even know if there is a picture example I can find, but I will look for one. However, with that said, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to get our dead-on plastics mixed up here and see if we can do this color build. So we're going to be running the pneumatic air vise today. If you like what you see, check out Fishing All Out. They also make the Bait Maker's hot plate. So yeah, we're going to be running the pneumatic clamp, which is an excellent tool when you're wanting to do a lot of injection. So we've got several molds lined up here that I think will look good in this color. Alright, so before we kind of get going here, here's the target example. Right, here's the reference picture. Beautiful color. The top color there, that green pumpkin color, reminds me of Gambler Lane Toad. But you can see we've got sort of a green pumpkin with some orange, gold, and black flake laminated over a red bug, is what I'm calling that. And I think the red bug has some red flake in it. Maybe. That's sort of why I wanted to see a picture example. But every example that I can find in this color is in a craw or creature bait. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to be using molds that resemble the type of bait that this color is made in. So this is the Angling AI Stinger mold right here. This is these are the first AI molds I ever had, actually, from way back in the day. All right, and then we're also, of course, going to do a crawfish. We're going to do several crawfish. This is the mighty Ecto Craw. That's the 4-inch Ecto Craw. So I think this color will really shine on that style of mold. And then we're also going to do, some of y'all might have guessed, the AI AR frog, or excuse me, the AR craw. Look at that beast. And last but not least, just to keep in theme with the whole creature bait theme, we're gonna do the crazy hog. Yes. So I think all of these molds will really display this color nicely. And there again, you know, the color seems to be made for craws and creatures. I mean, heck, it's called FALCON CRAW, right? So it should be a good crawfish color. So here's our weapon of choice for our plastic. Dead-on plastic swim bait, jerk bait blend, a nice medium durometer plastic for these kind of mid-sized creature baits. So yeah, we're gonna give it a good mix in here with the paint stirrer and get our plastic mixed up. All right, so we've got 4 cups plastic total in there, so 2 cups on each side. So what we're going to do is we're going to start that with 8.5 minutes, and that should give us a pretty decent cook time on it. We're going to get a couple things down here, some stirring knives, one for each cup, our little spoon there. Well, the measuring spoon for like flakes and stuff. And so what I'm thinking we're going to do here is we're going to be able to utilize, well, yeah, the stickers, the label's gone. So this is LureWorks Green Pumpkin 109. I'm thinking we can use that and then Redbug as our color bases. And the one thing you have to remember about a lot of reds, including Redbug, is that they bleed. So this is not a long-term solution to this color because after so long, the red from this side is going to bleed into that side. So the whole thing will look kind of red, but I think just to get the recipe right, this is going to be my two bases. And I've got some orange and gold flake, some black flake, and then like I said, the Redbug side looked like it had some flake in it, so we'll probably do that just to kind of put our own spin on it. But that's sort of going to be the base of the recipe. Yeah, this has nothing to do with the video, but I mean, golly, can you beat motor oil worms? Whew! I think not. Alright, so this might be a pretty long chunk of video, but this is the important part. This is what we want to get right. So we're going to start with our green pumpkin here on this side. And we're just going to add it to taste, right? We don't already have a recipe, so we're not going to count drops or anything. We just want to get into the ballpark, alright? So we're going to go ahead and add our green pumpkin. Alright, sorry about all the laundry noise. I won't even go there today. I'll spare y'all my laundry noise hatred. But yeah, I think we're already on a good track there. Then once we get some flake into that, we'll see if that needs to change. But that's our color base, and then I have not used Redbug in probably several years. Let's start with our Redbug side. Yeah, it's a very, very thick pigment. Now I wish I had a better alternative that would not bleed so much. You know, you could take maybe Dead On Plastics Red and maybe add a little bit of brown and black to it to try to get close, which would probably not bleed as much. The Dead On Red does not bleed. But to just really match the color, I think this is what we want. So what we're going to do is what I like to call the drizzle test, where we basically just drizzle out some of the color from each one and just kind of let them blend together, just to look at saturations and overall hue, right? So if we kind of keep our eye down there, that looks a little too orangish where the two colors are meeting. So I'm thinking, right? Thinking that my green pumpkin needs to be a little bit darker. So we're going to add a few drops of black. 1, 2, 3 maybe to start. Okay. All right. So now let's go up here. Let's try to darken the green pumpkin. I'm going to try to avoid having to add brown to it. Essentially, we're going to darken it. Okay. And then also my red side needed to look a little bit darker. The saturation looks okay, but I just want a little bit thicker of a color without trying to opaque it, if that makes sense. So I want to add a little bit to it without opaquing it. So we're going to start with some black as well over there. Okay. Yeah, that actually changed that pretty nice. That's looking good. Alright, green pumpkin still looks maybe a little bit too green. I might have to add brown to it to make it look right. There again, you know, Strike King is probably made by Southern Plastics in Eufaula, Alabama, so they're probably using color technologies, color bases, which is what we know as LureWorks. So we should be on the right path. These are both LureWorks pigments. Okay. That's not bad. Let's add our flakes now, because adding flake can also change the hue of your plastic. Alright, so we reheated the plastic and vacuumed some of the bubbles out. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start adding flake. So medium black flake over here. Alright. On the green pumpkin side, there seemed to be a pretty good amount of it. So we're going to go with 2/4 teaspoon cups there. And oh man, that laundry noise is about to piss me off. Alright, and then it had little gold and little orange flake. So I think this will look really good. Alright, so a little bit of little gold. And then we're also going to do some small orange. And when I say little, I mean 0.015 size. Right there. Okay, that is your little size in bait making terms. All right. Yeah, boy, that's so lane toadish. I love it. All right, so let's go ahead and get this side stirred in, and this will really show us what we're working with. You know, the flakes will alter the overall hue of the plastic. Oh yeah, baby. Maybe too much flake, but that's okay. Should have started a little bit less flake, but boy, that really does look good. Alright, and so on the other side, on the red side, I do want to add some medium black flake, but not as much. There just doesn't seem to be a whole lot of flake going on the red bug side, but I wanted to add some just so that it's not completely left out. And now we're going to go with a little bit bigger size orange flake. I thought it had red flake in it. It's just hard to tell. It's hard to tell from pictures that are, you know, enhanced by a light box and brightened, and the saturations are all, you know, enhanced. That's why you really got to have a bait in person. You really got to look at both sides. But, you know, sometimes pictures are the best you can do. And, hey, you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. We've all matched thousands of colors in our garages just based on pictures alone. Okay? Alright, so this is what we're dealing with. So now we're going to drizzle test this. Okay, and see what we have going on. So I'm thinking I'm going to need to slightly darken my green pumpkin. Everything still looks a little bit too bright. Alright, so we're going to add a little bit more black to the green pumpkin side. It just still looks a little bright to me, and I think we just want to darken it up. Same with the red. The red's looking pretty good. So we'll just do a few drops of black in each and really see if we can dial this in the way that we want to. I think we are largely there though, y'all. And that right there is looking pretty good. Pretty good. So, you know, again, we just want to make sure that the red side doesn't overpower the green pumpkin side in terms of saturation. We really want to make sure that we get this right. Yeah, boy, you can see all that darkened up. Oh yeah, that's starting to look really nice. That is starting to look really nice. So I think what we're going to do is we're now just going to shoot a test mold. Alright? So we're just going to select one mold out of all those molds and just run one little 3-cavity mold of it and just see if we're in the right ballpark. Alright, here we go. Test run. Okay. That felt pretty good. Alright. Alright, here's our first clue. See if this is going to look worth a crap. Yeah. I love seeing the inside of a blending block. Is that not just the coolest thing? Alright, well, and now for the big reveal. Let's see how this went. Drum roll, please. Okay. Break this open. There we go. Ooh. That's looking pretty good, y'all. We may have just nailed this. Ho 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 ho. You know what, guys? I don't rarely say this, but I think that's one and done. Let's maybe try to get it in some light without so much glare. Yeah, look at that. Turns out this is the best lighting in the shop. Yeah, okay. So if we look at that, then let's pull up our example here, and obviously we're filming my phone screen. Yeah, boy. That is, that's it, y'all. Alright, now it's time to have some fun. We're going to run some more molds. Alright, guys, here we go. Let's run some molds. Yeah. Okay, here's the crazy hog first. next will be the AR CRAW. Alright. Alright, more ecto CRAWs. Then we're going to try to get a few stingers out of it. I don't know if we'll get all 3 stingers, but we'll at least get 2. Yeah. Okay, looking good. Definitely got 2. I think that's all we're going to get. Alright. Alright, let's undo the vise there. And sorry guys, it's really cloudy and now it's starting to rain really hard. So we have lots of bad glare in the shop today. And if it starts raining a little bit harder, we're going to have to probably close the garage door and postpone the rest of the video. But let's go ahead and break these open while we can and just see what we got. Oh yeah, baby. Isn't this a pretty color, y'all? Man. Get this. Falcon CRAW. You know, and it's funny, you know, you can do this stuff for 10 years and make every color you think you've ever made, and there's still one that you've never made. This hobby always keeps you guessing for more, right? Yeah, I think this turned out really nice. For being one and done, I'm very happy with that. I think that looks incredibly accurate to the photos that I have. So we're going to set those aside. Eventually we're going to go hang those up. Now let's see how these turned out. These are going to look good. The AR CRAWs. Oh yeah. Yeah, check that out. Try to arrange one for you there. You can really see the bait. So any of y'all who have this color at home from Strike King, did we get close? No, it's hard to tell from pictures. But based on the images I had, I'm really liking this. Yeah, I'm thinking that turned out pretty awesome. Alright, we've seen the ecto CRAW already, so let's go ahead and see what some stingers look like. This is one of my favorite baits. Cannot go wrong with the AI stinger. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That looks just like that one picture I have of that beaver style bait. Shoot, yeah. There it is, y'all. Falcon CRAW. I'm very happy with that. Wow. Yeah, and there's both runs of stingers. So as you can see, we've depleted our cups pretty good. But we have quite a bit of, remelt left over from, the plunger and the injector. So, what we can do is kind of let this plastic set up a little bit, peel all of this out, transfer it into the smaller cups, right? And then you could actually reuse this and get a lot more baits out of that. So even though we can't really use the original cups anymore because they're just a little bit too big, we can peel this out, remelt, transfer to a smaller cup. We can get the plugs out of these, and you can do a whole nother round of these molds. So it's just kind of one of those things. You can always remelt your plastic and really use it down to the last drop and get the most bang per buck out of your materials. Alright, so it just dawned on me, this color would be perfect in a tube. So here comes the 4-inch tube. We got to oil up the tube rod inserts, and then we're also going to shoot the remainder of this in the Magnum AR worm. Okay, so I did want to see it in a worm, and then I said, you know what, this in a tube, once you fray out that tail, cut the tail, this should look awesome. So yeah, we're about to see it in a tube and in a big AR worm. Let's go. All right, here we go. we're gonna try the tube and then the worm. So we're gonna get our plastic stirred up. Let's do it. Here we go. Alright, there's the tube, and here's the big worm. And remember, whenever you're doing laminates, you want both cups of plastic, the temperatures of both cups to be very even and low, okay? So I try to shoot for plastic that is about 320 degrees on both sides, okay? So you want your colors to be even in temperature and low in temperature. And that will result in the most even laminates. It keeps the viscosities equal, and you get a nice even flow of the plastic into the cavities, which results in a better laminate. Heck yeah, look at that. I love how these look like little lollipops when they're on the rod. Check that out. Look at how well that laminated. Yep, it's like a little lollipop. And slide that off, and there you have a tube. Just need to cut the tail, and then check these out. Big Magnum AR worms. Awesome. Yep, so looks really, really good in a worm too. Nice, even laminate. Yeah, look at that. Really, really blended that color well and laminated very evenly. Heck yeah. That's very nice. So what we're going to do now is we're going to work on these tubes. Okay? So we're essentially going to pluck them off. That's why you have to oil the rods before shooting the mold and injecting the baits. That way they'll slide off these rods in person. And it's nothing more than just laying the rods in there and dousing them in worm oil. And that's all you need. Okay? So yeah, you can see how wet my fingers are. It is a very oily process, but you gotta have it. Yeah. Making tubes is so much fun. And then what's really cool about tubes is from here you can even take it a step further, right? So now that you have an injected tube, you could even hand dip it some more in plastic and add a little bit of bulk. You could add some effect, maybe some dotting paints, then clear dip over it, and then cut your tails and have multi-layers of effect. So if you want to see a video on something like that, let me know. We can certainly point y'all in the right direction for how to make some really, really special tubes. Yeah, there it is. Tubes, baby. Yeah. Didn't do the best job cutting the tails. It's been a little while. Definitely could have cut the tails better. My apologies. This one's cut pretty decent. Yep. As you can see inside, you can see the hollow part of the tube there in the middle. There we go. Yep. So yeah, just like that. Falcon CRAW tubes. And y'all, just like that. Only 4 cups of plastic, and look at what all we got out of this. This is Falcon CRAW for days. Got a lot of baits out of just that little bit of plastic. Yep. Have some other goodies hanging out on this tray, but yeah. That is literally what we've done just in today's video. So yeah, that kind of gives you somewhat of a visual on how much you can get out of just a little bit of plastisol material. So yeah, pretty awesome there. Now tell me which one was your favorite. Did you prefer the AR CRAW, the Ecto CRAW, the Crazy Hog, the Stinger, the big AR worms, or the tubes? So yeah, let me know down in the comments below. Yeah guys, this is really exciting. Check this out. That's what we went with. The last boat had a lot of white on it, just couldn't keep it looking clean. So we went with something completely different, and the black and blue and charcoal matches. So yeah, this will be the new rig. And as you can see, we went engineless, so that's a pretty bold strategy. as Big Bird pointed out. But hey, you know what? That's what trolling motors are for. But no, seriously, yeah, guys, 8 weeks. 8 weeks, and we will be able to show you guys the new boat. Yeah, guys, nasty, overcast, rainy day, low light conditions. I'm getting, yeah, not a pretty day out. So, yeah, I wish we had a little bit better conditions out. We would take some of these baits fishing. Actually, I got a spot that I can go off the bank. But in any event, I hope y'all really enjoyed this video. It's good to be doing a normal video again, back to our normal routine without any car accidents or boat accidents. And like I said, I really did want to do this color match, and I'm really stoked that we got it right. I'm pretty sure that's it. So definitely check it out. Let me know in the comments down below also if you've ever made this color and what your recipe was. I would love to see how somebody else would approach the color. But just, I knew red bug was going to be the best ticket there. You know, just you got to deal with that bleed. So, you know, if anyone else has found a recipe for this that does not bleed, definitely let us know. But, man, I'm super excited to have those baits. So, whenever we do get the new boat, fingers crossed I can take some of those fishing. I need to make a bunch of tackle for the new boat. I'll put it that way. So, in any event, we will see you guys next time in the next video. Definitely like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We're almost to 93,000 subs. So we're still on the road to 100,000, so let's get there. We're going to have a big party on this channel when we get there. Lots of giveaways. There's a lot of incentive for you guys to get me to 100,000. So let's do it. I'm going to go ahead and hop off because the laundry noise is about to cut on. No, we're out of here.